Hello and welcome to Athens, Georgia, the classic city and a classic day for college football. The atmosphere absolutely exhilarating as the Georgia Bulldogs set to tee it up at Sanford Stadium to start this season. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down for this offense. The give to the tailback. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. The Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Discards a man. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
They'll go to the ground. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Davis will throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go right back to him. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's long. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, He's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just buried it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Running the red zone. It's long. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Up to 44 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there and you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, on that 3rd down, they decided to dial up the jet sweep, see if they could get to the outside. Weren't able to do it, though. Now the head coach has a decision to make on 4th.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Oh, the attempt is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Davis looking to pass. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away.
Number 14 in punt formation to kick it away.
He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
Looking for a gap. It's Tompkins. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He says a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Florida. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys. Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They use the end around, first play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They go right back to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Gets it out fast. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Davis will throw. Ball in the air, intercepted. Got some room to run. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Memphis. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Number 25.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down and getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Memphis will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got... and ready to go with a fresh possession. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down.
Let's go.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Davis looking to pass. Got his man on the right. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man down the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Georgia comes quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's back to throw on second down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the ball is intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the total, Memphis 10, Georgia 7.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle, and maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball's snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And he falls on his own fumble, and they avoid the turnover.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. Man, the offense falls off.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Fires to the big fella. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Tompkins. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this pack.
Forget the kick. He wants to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. They go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, they're trying to catch the defense off guard there with the bootleg. I don't think the ball handling was great by the quarterback. One reason why it didn't really fool anybody defensively. Give the defense credit. Good job with their eyes. They don't give up too many yards at all.
With the catch, it's Battle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he sacks. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Running back searching for a hole. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 21, Memphis 10.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Powers through the defender. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The Dogs haven't just been hungry. They've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached. They listen. They play so hard. They don't give you a thing.
Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Oh, it's a reverse. Snowed under by the defense. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got his man out of the backfield, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll try the run. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The give as they work on that clock.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal.
Let's go!
It'll be a run on third and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19. Offense set on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be knocked down. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the misconnection on third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He gets a block. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives.
Looking deep down the right side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
I don't have enough adjectives to describe how clean that pocket was. Squeaky, immaculate. I mean, my goodness, he had so much time to throw the football. He's bound to have success.
Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. It's complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's the fabulous part of it. A late touchdown.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drive.
And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out. It's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.